Okay, hey Sarah, hey team. I just wanted everyone to see how we are going to apply the CAC feedback changes and how we are going to collect all of the components into one place at the same time. Um, so as you'll see, these comments are a little bit awkward. I'm not sure what happened with the actual file here, but as you can see, Baraja has left a lot of notes in there that sort of describe the functionality. So just as a rule in general, it looks like Baraja's comments, for the most part, explaining functionality can be ignored. So if we look here, we can see I made a spelling mistake here on password. So what we want to do here is have three different files actually pulled up. So here is the original master file that you can find right here, provider portal one, right in the bundle one provider portal file. And if you drop in here and go to the CAC screens page, we can take a closer look at how I built this out. Okay, so for this form component, we have several different things. We have this form component that I built out and the actual login warning and a header there. And we have a component that gives it 24 pixels of spacing there, as well as 16 pixels of padding. I also set my increments of nudge, which I'm happy to show you, in case you just need it to increase or decrease the padding there, or if you want to increase or decrease the padding of these elements. Um, so what we have here is an instance of this master component. So to find the master component, we want to right click, we want to go to the main component, and we want to take a look at what went wrong here. So as you can see, I didn't actually build this the full correct way. This must have been a quick and dirty way. No. Um, so we actually have an instance of a component nested within an instance of a component here. And we can see here that the lorem ipsum text from the default field column for the show hide password um, is just stock text right here. Um, so we could fix this a couple different ways. Since this is really the base component and we want to leave that text as default, what I would do here is we can take a look. Oh, I'm back in the disk type prototype. Okay. What I would want to do to make this fix here is change this to password, and we'll copy this form component. And this is sort of, this is where we'll still need to flesh this part out. But my idea here is basically to drop this here. This is a menu drop down. And if you take a look at this file, which is our new Corpus Veritas Design System components file, if we come into cards and we paste this component here as well, and now we have a way to make this a local component here where we can have, if I make this a new component, then I can call this, I think if I frame this selection, that will make it so I can call this bundle one login card, and I name it like that, and then go into my assets panel here and hit publish on these changes. I've added that new component there, that is the bundle one login card. And then if I go back into this, this is the new feature file I had set up, and I go back into login, I take a look at these flows, and I come back to the screens that had the mistake, and let me double check. I believe that was 0.3, but all of these would potentially have an issue. So this component instance is now fixed here in the CAC flats, but we want to swap this new files component with this that we just built. And we also want to have access to all the components in this file. So what we would do here is if we come into this assets panel and we open the book looking app there for team libraries, you can see I currently have the CDS for admin components built. So this has a ton of different things, and I think if we drop down into our card, if I did this correctly, which I probably did not, nope, there it is, the bundle one login card form. Okay, so now with this component, we have the fixed component with the new copy that we can bring over here. And I'm able to say, okay, for this component, if I go back to the layers, and I want to swap in the correct component now, I can copy this, drill down into this pre-built out frame. If I select this form, I hit this, and I hit, where is paste to replace? There it is. I'm looking in the wrong spot. We now have the correct form password here that we also need to replace, paste to replace, and we will do the final paste to replace. Okay, so we can come back, we can delete this instance, but now we have a component that when I go back in here and I go back to the main component, I can make this change just from here. So let's say hypothetically, enter here. We now have the ability I forgot. That's another good thing to show you. So we hit this, we hit publish, we've modified the changes here, and we will get this review. We can update this component, and now that password has been edited with any additional copy changes. That we can come back here, and let's say that gets edited again. And come back here, publish those changes again. Now, if I come back here and I find this original form card, right, you'll see those same changes aren't applied through.